Like, share, subscribe. Live for Love TV. Awesome!
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today is the 20th day of the first month of the 25th year inside the 21st century. Hope one's doing extremely well out there. Today I have to talk about Marcus Messiah Garvey, and you'll as you bear with me, you'll understand why. Marcus Garvey, as for most black people in black history, in black consciousness circle, Pan-African circles, and in probably all circles, the Nation of Islam, you could just go on and on and on. Marcus Garvey is deemed as the head man in our history, in black history. His reach was not just in the Western world where he was born and where he came from, but it's also reached back into the continent of Africa. He was born in 1887 and died in 1940 in London. Now, he was born in Jamaica, but he died in London. And, you know, if you look at the flag of Ghana right now, you see the black star on the red, gold, and green, which is put there by Kwame Nkrumah, who was also a Garveyite. So his reach was massive. Liberia, most of the African continent, people revered this man. Now, the reason I'm talking about him today is because President Joe Biden, or ex-President Joe Biden, on his way out, has pardoned Marcus Garvey for the, as far as I'm concerned, trumped up charges they put up against him over there in the 1920s. And that's a good thing. It's a good look that he was able to pardon, because remember, these presidents can pardon basically whoever they want. And to consider that people like to talk about the first black president in America being Barack Obama, who didn't do it, didn't talk about it, didn't do it. And I think that is a litmus test to who Barack Obama really is. Some people say, oh, he wasn't given an easy time in office, and because he was black, this X, Y, or Z, and he wasn't able to do this, and people were undermining him and all this stuff. He could have pardoned Marcus Garvey very easily. And for people like me, I mean, he couldn't lace the shoes of Marcus Garvey, the boots or the shoes of Marcus Garvey, as far as I'm concerned. But he didn't do it. And neither did the Bill Clinton guy, and neither did any of the rest of them. Now, I don't know. Joe Biden, political man, I'm not saying he likes Marcus Garvey. Surely he's been advised by somebody to do it. I'm sure he's not a Garveyite, and I'm sure he's been advised by somebody to do it. But if you claim to be conscious at any level whatsoever, and you don't know who Marcus Garvey is as a black person, then your consciousness will be questioned right across the board. Not just by me, but by everybody currently alive. Because Marcus Garvey is one of the main men, you know, in the top 5, top 10 black men in history, as far as I'm concerned. So, as I said, Barack Obama somehow found his way to sidestep Marcus Messiah Garvey and left it to this European stroke American Joe Biden to do. And I, as you know, people would know because I've said it before, never liked Barack Obama prior to his coming in, when he came in, and afterwards. Never liked him. Never saw anything in him. The only thing I did know was he was a fancy talker, very good talker. You know, there's people that talk a lot and do nothing. It sounds like they said something. You come on, oh, what a great speech, and everyone's clapping. Then you go home and you look at the transcript and you think, what did he say? What's happened after his speech? Nothing, because they're double talkers. They can talk in all angles, pretty words, sounds good, get the claps, but they don't do anything. Their words reach nowhere. And I trust most people that listen to Barack Obama would struggle to remember anything he said of any note. I can't find a single quote from this guy, you know. I think his wife has got a quote where they go high, they go low, we go high. They go low, we go high. That's about all I can remember about him and his wife. So I don't have much time for him. But this is a good time, a good thing for America to do with the Marcus Garvey. Now they need to completely throw out the trumped up charges, not just give him I think it's a pardon or a posthumous pardon or something like that. They need to throw the whole thing out and admit that it was trumped up charges backed by a lot of so-called black Africans, black Americans, sorry, should I say, who were so jealous of this man. One, because he wasn't born on the American continent, but two, because what he was saying took power away from them, being in that they were really they wanted power for themselves so they could give it back to the European. He said, no, we need to be self-empowered. And so most of these leaders of that time, and that goes right up to Du Bois and most of these guys, they didn't want anything to do with him. So they aided and abetted in him getting put behind bars, as far as I'm concerned. But that's neither here or there. He's got this now. And for those of you who have always tried to push back and give me all these excuses about Barack Obama and how good he was and all this type of stuff, I'd love you to put in the comments, why he didn't pardon Marcus Garvey, and who else in our history would have been more, deserving of a pardon than this man. Take care, Live for Love TV.
Like, share, subscribe to Live for Love TV.